Which is better between disc brakes and drum brakes? Disc brakes are definitely the preferred choice. But why are drum brakes still used in new vehicles? There are even motorcycles that have two variants, one with disc brakes and another with drum brakes. Although disc brakes are clearly more expensive, my point is, why don't all vehicles just use disc brakes? Or maybe drum brakes have advantages that we don't know about. In this video, Auto Expose will discuss the comparison between disc brakes and drum brakes. First, let's discuss the design or shape. Disc brakes are open-type brakes, while drum brakes are closed-type. What's the difference? With their open design, disc brakes have better heat dissipation. Good heat dissipation is especially helpful when the vehicle is moving at high speeds. It prevents the brakes from overheating, thus maintaining effective braking. Drum brakes are enclosed in design, making them less effective when used under high loads, such as at high speeds. However, thanks to this enclosed design, drum brakes are better protected from dust and water splashes, keeping the core braking system clean. Disc brakes, on the other hand, quickly become dirty due to exposure to water and dust. Secondly, there's the issue of braking performance. Disc brakes work by clamping. The rotating disc is held in place by two brake pads, while drum brakes stretch. Here's an illustration. The brake pads will expand or move outward until they contact the brake drum. This difference in braking methods will affect the strength of the brake pad's grip. The clamping method of disc brakes requires more pressure than drum brakes. Consequently, disc brakes are more effective than drum brakes. However, due to the greater pressure, disc brake pads wear out more quickly. As a result, brake pads wear out more quickly. So, while drum brakes aren't as effective, their pads last longer. And then, we discussed the safety aspect. Brakes are a component that supports driving safety. So, if they can't meet this requirement, why bother upgrading them? Drum brakes, while less effective, actually offer better safety than disc brakes. This isn't a disparagement of disc brakes, but if you've ever experienced it, disc brakes are incredibly easy to skid. Motorcycles with rear disc brakes are especially prone to skidding, especially on slippery roads. This is because overly firm brakes can easily cause the wheels to lock. However, the motorcycle's thrust remains strong. Locked wheels cause the motorcycle to lose control, making it highly prone to accidents. Therefore, effective brakes don't guarantee safety. If the drum brakes are not very grippy, it is difficult to lock the wheels. Even when the brakes are applied, the bike will still skid, but we can still control it, so it is still safer. Unlike bikes that already have ABS, ABS is an anti-slip system, so the bike won't skid while you're riding, which isn't unusual. But, you know, bikes with ABS are expensive. The next aspect that makes the difference is the appearance. In Asia, people are more focused on physical appearance, especially when it comes to vehicle choice. It's proven that cool-looking motorcycles sell well, even when performance is superior. Disc brakes clearly offer a sportier, more modern look than drum brakes. Drum brakes seem old-fashioned and are often the subject of criticism. So, back to the original question. Disc brakes versus drum brakes. Which is better? On paper, disc brakes are superior, but behind the advantages of disc brakes, there are dangers waiting to pounce. So don't be pretentious if your motorcycle has front and rear disc brakes, because our recklessness not only endangers ourselves but can also harm others. That's an animation about the differences between disc brakes and drum brakes. Hopefully, it can increase our insight.